Hi, welcome to streaming, where gamers, geeks, and hackers get the latest intel on their favorite pastimes. And if you do not have G4, then you are probably not aware that E3, or the Electronic Entertainment Expo, just happened this week. So, if you do know and you just don't have online capabilities, so we're here to wrap up what E3 covered. Now, mind you, this is the first, our first special. Microsoft, what we'll cover is the Microsoft, what they unveiled, and then we'll come out with Sony, Nintendo, and then we'll wrap up Konami, Ubisoft, and EA all in one in a fourth special. This E3 breakdown is going to be 4 complete episodes. Mind you, when they're going to be released is beyond me. So let's get started. My first impression of Microsoft wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. I think they did a pretty good job, but they could have always done better. What really took me by storm was the Kinetic, which I wrote down all my impressions because, I'm a klutz. The 360 motion sensing system to come with the fitness games built into it. Disney and Star Wars games were teased. Wii Sports like mini game compilations. I think everybody's now getting into the whole motion sensor business now. Pet simulator, dance game, rafting adventure, Isle and Route. Kinetic consists of mini games and shows off its motion features immensely. Kinetic also has the ability to control your Xbox with your voice and go through your menus. You will also be able to video chat with other Kinetic users, so it's very interactive. Basically, let you put the controller down and let you yourself become the controller. Alright. Gears of War 3, one of the most anticipated titles since the end of 2 and the recently released teaser. We got to see a bit of gameplay through this. Final chapter of Epic's gritty shooter plunges players into a harrowing tale of hope, survival, and brotherhood. With the last human city destroyed and the remaining survivors stranded, time is running out for Marcus and his comrades as they fight to save the human race from the jaws of extinction. The third installment of Gears of War series features a 4-player cooperative campaign, new playable characters, and hideous mutating enemies. Gears of War 3 has added a new game mode called Beast, in which allows you to become a locust. That sounds pretty cool. I'm not really big on the whole Gears of War thing, so don't crucify me for it, but I just never got into it. Metal Gear Solid Rising, another anticipated game. The Metal Gear Solid franchise's first simultaneous multi-platform release puts players in the semi-robotic shoes of protagonist Raiden. Yay, Raiden. Mind you, if you played 4, then you know how rad Raiden became from, yeah, I'm Raiden too, I am Raiden, So this lets you, which for what promises to be an absurdly epic stealth action experience. This is a very great idea for a game where almost anything you can and want to cut, you will be able to. So basically, hey look, rock, slice. Hey look, fair person, slice. Woo-hoo. And then of course we have Halo Reach. This one has been egging on since, it was like saying, hey, Bungie's like, this is our last one. Here you go. So yeah, Halo Reach is without doubt one of the most anticipated titles for the 360 in 2010, and Microsoft didn't wait long into E3 press conference this year to unveil some more details about the game. Bungie creative director Marcus Leto, I have no names, took to the stage to tout the success of the recent multiplayer beta. We tried to do a special on the beta, but unfortunately due to some programming errors and timing, we just couldn't get it done. But mind you, it was a good game. More than 2.7 million players. That's why it crashed so often. But more importantly, showed off a section of the single-player campaign that featured some action games gamers can expect when the game ships September this year. I believe the 14th. As a recap, Halo Reach focused on the events that occurred before the first Halo game, specifically on the planet Reach, where that has become the last line of defense for humanity from invading Covenant forces. Reach is also where a Spartan program was developed, the same program that made the Halo series protagonist Master Chief. The 2010 E3 demo began with some views of outer space with a slow, lingering shot of Reach. The demo then zoomed above a mountainside where a Hornet-like dropship, if you remember those were the ones from the first one, the Covenant dropships, was in flight before dropping off 4 Spartan warriors, including, or maybe not, I must mistook that name, forget what I said, including what looked like some character glimpsed in the Reach trailer released that year. The game's HUD looked quite stripped back, with a map on the lower left, shields on the top, and weapon ammo indicators on the top right. Spartan being player during the demo was sporting an assault rifle and soon had to make use of the hovering Covenant ships about to eject drug pods with elite Covenant soldiers. That's right, the Covenant are back, and this time they're the elites, no more. Well, we don't really know if the Brutes will be back or not, but you know, this is before Halo 1, so the elites will probably be the main focus. The action was pretty frenetic, and there seemed to be some extra armor abilities in play, and we are sad to say that this will be the last Halo game in the series to be made. Did not know that. I caught glimpses of the Microsoft press conference, so you know what I caught, it was good. I did not see the Reach because I played the beta and I thought I could, but this is going to be the last one made. Wow. Unless Microsoft, since Bungie's not doing it anymore, Microsoft can make them. We all know they'll suck since Bungie's not doing it, but moving on before I start crying. Call of Duty Black Ops. The most recent trailer for Call of Duty Black Ops bridges its two halves with a very serious voice uttering the line, "We live in a world where everything you know is wrong." Wow. It's a bold but not entirely universal statement. You'll probably know for a fact that it's trying to fist fight you probably know for a fact that trying to fist fight a shark isn't an objectively terrible idea, but there's truth in that proclamation where it comes to the military history that the Call of Duty series has been steeped itself in. With Black Ops, Treyarch may not exactly be exposing all the secrets in American military history, but the developers is nonetheless focused on exploring some of the shadowy covert operations that went down during the height of the Cold War. In addition to some of the most famous conflicts in that era, such as Vietnam, the game appears to be a mixture of the frantic run and gun in action that the franchise is known for and a generous sprinkling of new gameplay options. Treyarch has plucked those gameplay options with this period in history to help paint a better picture for what both went in and out of the public eye. So this may be one of those games where the government goes, "It's controversial!" and they're just doing that because you know their secrets are going out. And finally, Fable 3, a game I'm not familiar with. I'm not familiar with the Fable series, but I did get a look. Most so than in previous games, Fable 3 is about a hero's rise to power, literally taking the throne and ruling over the world of Albion. For those who are Fable fans, you can crucify me later, I don't care. To do so, this player has to recruit followers, gain influence. With enough followers, the player will be able to stage a revolution and bring about a new rule. The current king, Logan, is a tyrannical dictator of epic proportions. Basically, from what I was told, he is like Stalin, only worse. If you don't know who Stalin is, maybe you should play Call of Duty Black Ops then. He has reckless thrust, into an industrial revolution with the Dickinson sights and sounds of charcoal skies and children suffering. Wow, this sounds like my kind of game. Children suffering, I love that. And to day jobs at factories making up the initial game world. Molly and X didn't dance around the issue. I want you to hate Logan. That about covers it for the Microsoft Expo. Whitey, how long are we running here?
8 minutes.
8 minutes? Okay, so we have 2 minutes to BS. Okay, so as you've seen, we showed some gameplay footage. Lower top me yakking. Comment comment on the video. Tell us what you think of the Microsoft Expo. Honestly, as you can see, we're trying to run it behind us here. Not a lot of stuff. I mean, they also announced, like a new Guitar Hero game, Rock Band 3. They also previewed Natal. They even showed a brand new 360 model, people. This one is basically a slimmed down version. They basically did what Sony did with the PS3, slimmed it down, made it less powerful, but it's still pretty good. It's got a built-in Wi-Fi modem, which, here's how one guy summed it up. It's basically what they should have done when they first released it. And they say, no red ring of death. Bull, just because it overheats does not cause red ring of death. Red ring of death was caused by A, a virus that you got online, or B, from hardware issues. So, red ring of death, I don't know. They're saying it's not possible. I have my doubts, but with a tag of $299, yeah. Mind you, the Elites and other models have already gone down. They've also said that they're not making any more models of the Fats now. Now you've got these new models coming out, and that's it. The memory units you can't use that anymore. They have a cord where you sync up with hard drives of the old Xboxes, and that's how you get your data there. 5 USB ports, and 2 giant fans. So there you go. Well, I guess that about wraps it up. This is Tanner Day telling you, keep on streaming.